What is happening at J Gamer Dude here, and I've played Destiny, not much of a fan of the series, or rather the games themselves. I feel like their presentation doesn't really lend well to people who play by themselves, specifically like myself, as being a primarily single player gamer. But if you're an online, like someone who likes playing with friends and trying to keep each other involved constantly, then I feel like Destiny can be a really, really good game and a lot of fun. With that being said, Destiny 2 is getting what I wouldn't say is its final expansion, but definitely the end of the Light and Dark saga that started back in 2014 with the original Destiny. The final shape is going to launch momentarily, and in fact, we are actually in the month in which it's going to launch, but we find ourselves in a very interesting and precarious position because of a tweet that was made by the game's creative director Luke Smith specifically. So let's just kind of hop down to the actual tweet itself. Our hope is always the same with Destiny games: expansions, seasons, DLCs, exotic missions, secret missions, in-game events, merchandise, etc. We genuinely hope that you enjoy the time you spend with it. Anything we've made or will make, that's the hope. Make your own fate. Now, people have been pointing out how hope has been capitalized 3 times pretty much in this entire thing, and immediately jumping to a Destiny 3 as like the reasoning as to why that might be the case. Now, we have had Destiny in 2014 and Destiny 2 in 2017. So far, we've got no real evidence that there is going to be a Destiny 3. Nothing official has been announced, but I personally would like to see a Destiny 3. Only because of how the content was handled for Destiny 1 and 2. And hopefully that Destiny 3 can be more PvE rather than PvP, but I want there to kind of be more content for people who can play by themselves. So say for example, with Destiny 1, all the content is available, and if you jump into it, there's going to be people still playing, but just not as many as there used to be. So for Destiny 1, unfortunately, there is a bit more of a dwindling player base at the moment, but the game is still very much playable with whoever's there currently. Destiny 2 had a massive problem with vaulting content, whereby content would be vaulted in order to be able to create, so the game loads faster as a result, and also the download file or the download size of Destiny 2 would be a lot smaller as well. So what does vaulted content mean? It means that the game was removed from Destiny 2 and is now no longer playable. That includes the Forsaken campaign, which was considered to be the best story parts of Destiny 2 and probably all of Destiny as a whole. Because the thing is that Destiny 1 didn't get good until Rise of Iron, and a bunch of other things were built on top of that. Now with Destiny 2 and its vaulting content, I think that's probably the worst way to handle, releasing content but then taking content away that people have actually ultimately purchased. That's just kind of like a really bad situation as a whole, so I'm not really a fan of the fact that they vaulted content. So I did want to jump into Destiny a couple of years ago, but then I realized, they vaulted a bunch of content, so even if I did jump in and play, I would not be able to enjoy the parts that everyone else played and enjoyed instead. So I would actually like to see a Destiny 3 where they can lay out all of the content for the game like they did with Destiny 1, not have to do the vaulting like Destiny 2, and hopefully create content around people being able to not just play with others, but being able to play by themselves. And hopefully most of the missions aren't just you stand in a location and defend a point. I want there to be something a little bit more engaging. Something like what what Borderlands does. Or I don't know, if you have to, maybe just turn it into a Call of Duty campaign. Anything to create more content for people who like playing by themselves, and doing more of what Final Fantasy XIV has been doing with people who don't want to play with other people, by allowing AI companions to join you on stuff like raids, things that do require other people, that So at least some of this content is actually manageable, not just by yourself, but with like a couple of AI rather than, you know, it'll be nice to, you know, figure out like the mechanics of like a boss at the end of a raid with other people. But at the end of the day, you know, that's just kind of what I'm personally hoping for and what I would like from a Destiny 3. Moving on from that, let's just see a few more kind of replies and what the community is taking away from pretty much this tweet that Luke Smith had put out. So It's Me Fallout says, can't help but notice that you're capitalizing the word more than once, with an emoji that has a monocle on it. As the Cross says, D3 confirmed, and then Destiny Bulletin says, Destiny 3 hopes, releasing fall 2027. This is all a joke, by the way. I'm pretty sure none of this is actually confirmed, unless it has been, in which case, well, I seem to be behind the ball at this point. Now, it does say in this article, or this could be nothing, and Smith may in fact be referencing Paul McCartney's infamous Destiny song, Hope for the Future, which, if you're so inclined, can be watched right here. So yeah, Hope for the Future, which is a pretty much a Paul McCartney song. Interesting, but yeah, so at the moment, what we know is confirmed is the focus is on the final shape. It's 3 planned episodes. Echoes kicks off next week on June 11th, Revenant is set for October 2024, and Heresy rounds the final shape off in February 2025. Although, of course, the plan may change. Beyond that, Bungie is yet to say. Destiny 3 could be an opportunity for Bungie to reset the series with a potentially next-gen entry point that would bring in a wave of new players, but after 10 years of Destiny, the studio may decide to leave Destiny behind for new franchises, as it did with Halo all those years ago. And that's actually quite true. Putting Destiny behind in favor of something that will allow new players to jump in, like myself, for example, that would also be bloody incredible. Like, reworking the way the game works, as I mentioned earlier. So let me know what you guys think about all of this in the comments below. Like the video if you liked it, subscribe to the channel. I've noticed that like my videos aren't going out to as many people as it used to, so it would definitely be appreciated to send YouTube some happy signals regarding the videos on my channel by liking and subscribing and doing things like that, and commenting as well. Very important, because by doing those things, you're sending YouTube a happy signal to say, yes, can you please recommend this video to other people? No matter which of these 3 things it is that you do, like, comment, or subscribe. But if you do all 3 of those things, it just kind of increases it even further. So that would certainly be appreciated. But with all of that said and done, I do upload every day, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.